So, this is part 2 of the If Europe Had a Civil War series, which there may be a third part, but before the video starts, I will give a small channel update. I will not be doing the Territorial.io silent gameplay with music video thingy-majiggers anymore. I don't really find it that fun to do, and doing this, this is a lot more fun for me, so that's what I'm gonna do, and let's get straight in. So, the first thing we have happening is a small invasion by France into Spain. But a stalemate does happen along the new border, I guess. But Spain does start invading Portugal, and Portugal wasn't expecting this. They weren't mobilized, and Lisbon is captured. Portugal does manage to push back Spain, though, and capture Lisbon. But this is short-lived, as most of the Portuguese military now got encircled and had to surrender, and Portugal falls. Next we have the entire capture, all of Albania falling to the red. We also have many red countries going after Turkey. And the reason it's kind of easy for them right now is because Turkey isn't fully mobilized yet. And this isn't really Greece doing this. Mostly countries like Serbia and Russia. And they get close to Istanbul. But there is a large Turkish force here. Next, Syria does make a small push into Lebanon, but it's Syria. Nothing works here. And they do get pushed back. But Turkey does have some trouble getting into Iraq. Although Georgia and Azerbaijan do manage to push into Armenia, and the Azerbaijani exclave thingy isn't shown on this map, but Albania takes it over. Russia does push into Georgia, and they already have this North Abkhazia thingy and South Ossetia, so they push from there, and Georgia does start to fall, although it is a bit hard to push into them, though, as it is pretty mountainous. One place that isn't very mountainous is Ukraine. What's happening? There we go. One place that isn't so mountainous is Ukraine, and Russia does start to push in, and they push from the Donbass region, which is already trying to rebel from Ukraine. they push from there, and this time, with not billions of dollars being sent to them, Ukraine does fall a lot easier, and a lot more territory is lost. Although they do make somewhat of a push, and they do even push into Belarus with Poland. But they may put back the Russians, but it is not enough to stop their advance. They take over eastern Crimea, and they spearhead towards Kyiv with two main spearheads, and everything east of that one river falls. Except a tiny bit in Crimea, which holds strong. That's like Mariupol. No, not Mariupol. That one west Crimea city down here. Although it does not last long. Russia doesn't. Romania, although likes Ukraine, Romania doesn't push into Ukraine because Russia is doing their own thing. But Russia does navally invade them. And they completely encircle Kyiv. And from here, Kyiv does start to fall, and eventually it does fall. And with that, the Odessa region falls, all Crimea falls, and Russia's next target is Lviv, or Liev, whichever way you want to pronounce it. So, they do, by the way, Moldova is helping them, so, yeah. So, they do start their spearhead towards Lviv, although Ukraine does manage to encircle them, and from here, Ukraine pushes all the way to Kyiv and liberates their country. But that's in their dreams. Sheesh. But they do manage to push back the Russians a bit, though. And even push into Moldova. But after a while, though, and after the Russians do push them back again, they do sue for peace. And with that, Ukraine falls. And I have to fill it in real quick. Yeah, and Ukraine falls to Russia. And from here, they start focusing on Belarus. And starts to push back Poland, as Poland is moving their troops away from Belarus and into Kaliningrad. With the help of Lithuania, they do take over the entire little province and do push back Belarus. But from here, things start to shut down. Don't know if that makes sense. Russia starts focusing more and more onto the Baltics. And after fully mobilizing Baltics. First it's Tallinn, then it's Riga, and then it's Vilnius, or however you pronounce it. And the Baltics fall fairly quickly, and Kaliningrad is liberated. And they use this momentum to push into Poland. Germany also pushes into Poland, and this also seems like me just redoing the entire Second World War, but yeah, Poland does start to fall though, but they do manage to push back Germany and Russia, as they are a quite developed nation, to be honest. I always have to fix the freaking borders because my game, or the thingy, doesn't care about what I think, obviously. So I have to redo all the borders and all this stuff. It just gets annoying. There we go. Okay. Poland does manage to push them back, but this is also short-lived. And both Germany and Russia start their spearhead towards Warsaw. Poland does manage to defeat the Russian spearhead towards Warsaw. They do have a little bit more trouble with the German one, but they do manage to push that back. But eventually, Warsaw does fall between the two giants, and Poland falls. And now, essentially, Russia doesn't really want to invade anything now. They want to kind of calm down. It's like they want to invade all of the Caucasus. But they are having troubles with it, though, with Georgia, but with Azerbaijan. And with Azerbaijan, they do manage to take over most of the country with the help of Armenia and Iran. And this gives them a direct opening towards Georgia. And they take the Georgian capital, which starts with a T, I just can't pronounce it. And they start to push into Turkey. But it is quite mountainous. So they don't get too far into the country. And it stays like this for a while. Slovenia also starts to fall a bit with Serbian pushes into the country. And now I'm realizing this may be a 4-part series, but that's okay, I guess. So, this is the end of episode 2. Hope you liked it, and well, goodbye.